Good afternoon, everyone. Just want to say thanks again for all the media coming out, showing the support for all the fall sports. I know our program appreciates it, and it helps us spread the word about not only Wyoming volleyball, but just the sport of volleyball as a whole across the state. So thank you all for that. Diving into the 2019 season, I think we're going to be pretty good. So check back with me in December, and I'll be able to tell you better. But I feel good about the personnel that we have. I think this is one of the deeper teams that we've had, and I think that's going to bode well for us as we continue through the year. I think that we have the ability to look down the bench on a certain night when somebody's maybe having an off game and be able to make a sub and make a change and feel like we actually get a lift from that. I'm not sure that that's always been the case. We've had some standout players the last few years, but I'm not sure that we've had the depth that we will have coming into the 2019 season. So I think that's going to be exciting for us. Anybody that's followed our program for the last 4 or 5 years knows that we schedule pretty tough in the non-conference. That hasn't changed this year. I believe this will be the highest, if you took all of our non-conference opponents, I believe this will be the highest average RPI schedule that we've been able to put together, and we're really excited about it. We've knocked on the door the last few years of trying to make the NCAA tournament, and in order to do that, we've got to be able to step out and play some quality opponents in the non-conference season. It doesn't do us a lot of good to go out and rack up wins if they're not going to be teams that compete at a high level and that will help us build a resume. So we've tried to put together a schedule that will allow us to do that again. Every year I feel like somebody asks me about some players that I think will maybe have a breakout year. I'll give you a few names here. I believe Haley McCardle and Maddie Fields are two players that have been on the court for us for the last few years. I think that they've been good players for us, and they've had some solid seasons, but I think they have the opportunity to really step forward and have a great senior year. I also believe a kid that maybe hasn't done a lot for us thus far, or at least you don't know the name, Faith Waitsman is a name that I think is going to be able to do some great things for us this season. So hopefully at the end of the year, she's been able to rack up some great numbers and help us earn some quality victories. So. Exhibition match in Cheyenne. That's probably one of the unique things that we have going this year. We'll be over in Cheyenne August the 24th. We will be playing Nebraska Kearney at Cheyenne East High School at 6:30 p.m. We're really excited about that opportunity to have an outreach event. Earlier that day, we'll do a kids clinic. Anybody that attends the kids clinic will get a free ticket to the match that evening. So we're hoping that's a great event and fun for our kids to get to play outside of Laramie, and hopefully for the fans in Cheyenne to be able to see our team and not have to travel over. So, any questions?
You talk about the cohesiveness of the group this year compared to last year.
I would love to talk about the cohesiveness, and I would love to thank you for the question. I think this group's really close. I feel like I hear that every year when we come in, that this group's close. I really do believe that. I think that this team, I think their goals are similarly aligned. I think they've put a lot into this during the off season. I think that they really are excited about the opportunity to go out and compete. Not to take anything away from teams in the past, but I just feel like from top to bottom, this team really enjoys the game. They love to play it, and I think they enjoy playing it with each other. And I think when you get people who have similar goals, all of a sudden that becomes a little easier to work together. I think they can challenge each other, and in that challenge, they're not being offended by someone getting on them or saying anything, because they understand at the end of the day, we're just trying to be the best team that we can be. And I think this group seems to have that a little bit. We've got a nice mix of leaders, just in terms of we've got a couple of vocal kids, we've got a couple that kind of want to lead by example. But I just think this group meshes really well together, and they seem to be close on and off the court. So hopefully that bodes well for us. Any other questions? All right. Soccer, cross country, football, I hope you guys have a great year. Go Pokes.